coming up today. We finish off spreading the muck. John Deere 8RX is out with the plough. And I weld up the old tanker. Welcome back to the farm. So today it is Wednesday. We've been muck spreading all week this week, and you'll see behind me we've just got the manatee. We're loading up the last few bits here. I had a bit of horse muck which I went and picked up the other day. If you need any horse muck picking up or clearing around the South Norfolk area, get in touch with Instagram or social media, Facebook, Instagram, all that good stuff. So I'm hoping today to get the rest of this finished. Alrighty, let's go and spread some muck. So we've done most of the field now, just onto the headlands, reversing up into the corners, getting the last bits done. So you can get that coming out the back sort of thing. Pretty old thing. That one go. So we spread all the muck on this field, finished that job. It's now the week after, and we put the stock box on this week, and we've been carting sheep. You'll see the John Deere 8RX went along this field with the plough because there was so much muck on this field in such a concentrated area that we didn't know whether the Sumo Trio would bog up or clog up on the muck. So they got middle ditch, got the plough out and ploughed it up with their crawler, which was awesome. Saw that working, going up and down here. The whole land's been turned over, all the muck's buried in the soil. I know you can use a cultivator sometimes to incorporate the muck in the land, but I thought after we muck spread, you're better off sometimes just with a good old plough. Can't beat it. So yeah, that's a good job done. All right, so with that field now muck spread and ploughed, I'm back in the yard, and this was the tanker we bought at the end of last year. Well, we bought it for watering the cattle when we had that drought, and I picked it up down from near Southwold Way. Paid about, well, the guy wanted £1,250. Bid him down to $750 in the end. Paid £750 for this tanker. Anyway, the guy we bought it off said it wouldn't leak. Got it home. Good joke. It did leak, and we had to come up with a solution. There was a seal on the back door. It had hinges, and it had a big O-ring here. And in the end, we basically cut the hinges off. And I've been working all this weekend, welding all of this up here. We started welding it up. And the idea was that if we put enough weld on the outside, we could just seal the drum. I've put some small little points there where I think water's going to get out. We've still got a bit of welding to do. But for the most part, I'm pretty sure it's going to seal now. And it's really important, this tanker, because it's what we use to water all the sheep and cattle in the summer. So if we don't have this working, we will be in a lot of trouble. It carries about 5,000 litres, 5 tonne of water down there. Leave it for a day or two, and then we cart it back and refill it with water. So hopefully it's going to be quite a good investment if I can repair it. And getting it repaired has been really difficult because when I'm outside welding, the wind will affect the quality of the weld. So you can't have any impurities on the weld itself. It has to be super clean. And then I did get a bit of plastic board to try and keep the wind out, which worked. But literally anything slightly wrong with the weld and this tanker's going to leak. And I have tested it a couple of times and it has leaked. So this is my sort of last proper attempt, and it did luckily work. Now it is completely sealed. There is no water coming out of it as of present. So once it's all cleaned up now, I'm going to put some primer on where I put the weld to try and protect the weld, just with a bit of paint. And then I've got a ladder I'm going to weld onto the back door so that we can climb up to refill the tanker. And you'll see this where I'm just cleaning up the weld for another welding session just to make sure I've done a good job. So yeah, we're almost there, but it has been a big project this winter. Alright, so you've seen we finished off doing the muck spreading, field's been ploughed, we're trying to fix that water tanker at the moment. And then on the left there, earlier on in the week, we carted some more silage in. I got about 50 bales, brought them up with John Deere, dropped them off because we're going to run out of silage for the cattle. And because of last year it was so dry, we were supposed to make about 350, 400 bales. Only ended up making about 150. Bought 50 in, had 200. Now we just bought another 50 in, so now we're up to like 300 bales. But we're still about 100, couple of hundred bales short, really. So we've got the horses in the livery yard, then we've got the suckler herd, the calf rearing business. The calves don't eat too much silage. It's mainly the suckler cows which eat a lot of the silage, and the store calves which we've got, which are the followers. You'll see I'm just stacking these bales with my cherry side squeeze. Other side squeezes, bale handlers are available. I just found that when we were buying the bale handler that this was the best one for this sort of job here. When you're unloading silage bales, wrap bales, you can get into the bales with the pincers without damaging them if you have to unload silage. This was really the reason why I went for the side squeeze over the more traditional. A lot of people go for the under roller sleeves, which you can then take them off and you reveal bale spikes. But I knew we'd be buying silage in at some point, so hence why we went for the side squeeze, and I think it's been a pretty good investment. So you'll see I'm just cutting these in at the moment, taking them in with the Manitou. I was cutting through the village of Loddon, just where we live, and some of the people, the villagers, weren't too happy that I was cutting the silage through the village, but hey, you know, man's got to make a living. We've got cows to feed, so you know, you've got to get on at the end of the day. And you know, so we've got the Manitou here, and I tell you, I was talking at Llama, we were thinking about changing the Manitou. We had Manitou over the other day, and we were talking about a new one, TNS, which is the local dealership. They said the lead time on a new one would be like June time. So we might look at a new 630. We did look at 635, but we find that we're just so used now to the 630 around our yard. It's small, compact, you can get it all around the narrow sheds. It goes in low sheds as well. It's very manoeuvrable. So yeah, we'll just keep on going with the 630, and instead hopefully invest something into some machinery this year. Jobs which we can take away from contractors, like a hedge cutter, mower, round baler, you know, things like that. So I'm looking at a McHale Pro Glide R3100 later on in the week. I've also been looking as well. I know a lot of you guys are after the 7530. I haven't found any 7530 yet which is in good condition to restore. They're all completely destroyed with like 10,000, 15,000 hours on them. And any half decent 7530s which do turn up have people want crazy money for. I did offer someone on a 6930 the other day, but they turned me down. They wanted more money than I was willing to pay. So hey, with a 30 series, it's just going to be a time game. One day I know something will come up and maybe, you know, we'll be able to get one. That'll be, it's going to take a while. Yeah, used tractor prices are just crazy at the moment, and I need to get some more implements more than anything to take some of these jobs away from the contractors before we buy another 30 series. It was such a dry year last year. We're really going to run out, and then got all of those bales in anyway. Hopefully it'll be enough now to get us to where we need to get to. I've been carting a bit of soil off here. This is a kind of new hard standing area. Put the stock box on, carted a few sheep out. We've only got sheep out this year because it's just too cold at the moment. It's too cold. It'll probably be the 1st of April by the time we get the cattle out, because it's just too blooming cold. Too cold. And I was going to say wet, but it's not. We haven't had any rain hardly. So yeah, we'll get the cattle out, and then later on in the upcoming week, it's Saturday today. On Monday, we have got a Teagle Telehawk coming on demo for the week. So we're going to be trying that out, bedding down the cattle, and then also later on next week we're going to go and look at a mower conditioner, which is going to be quite exciting, which we might purchase because we've sold some equipment, the crane and the chipper, so that's going to hopefully pay for it. So it's all going pretty well. It's just getting ready for this upcoming year. We do need things to warm up a little bit. I know it's cold, I know we're still in winter, but we could do with some warm weather to get the barley growing. We've planted all of that now. That's going to be rolled in very soon once it starts coming up out of the ground. So with that, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Keep liking, keep subscribing, and all of that good stuff. Give the videos a thumbs up, and I'll catch you on the next one when we've got the Teagle Telehawk and we'll be bedding the calves down. Click here to subscribe to the channel, and click here to watch another Olly's Farm video.